Little success story from my group. There's many in there all the time, but I don't want my channel to just be about success stories. I want it to be more about theory and experiences I've had and reminders and rants and all kinds of different things. So stay tuned because I'm going to read the success story and then we're going to talk a little bit about why there is no interchangeable self, meaning that are we really trying to change SP outside of us, or are we focusing more on the internal story, which we know the answer to that, but I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper to kind of have you start looking at it maybe in a little bit of a different way. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss that. Hey everyone, it's Kim Velez, Conscious Life and Success Coach, and I am really excited to be here with you today. So I want to share the success story, but before I do, I want to announce that the first 100 spots of my new group called Quantum Leap Your Love Life, where it's all about manifesting your SP and loving your life, is almost filled. I'm so excited. Tomorrow is the first training that I'm doing in there, and then there will be one every week. Facebook trainings and Q&As, as well as once a month in there, we're going to do a group Zoom coaching session. So this is how you get the momentum. This is how you stay focused. This is how you stay motivated and not give up on yourself to do this. All right. So if you're interested, I suggest you check now because we are literally in the 70s at the time of filming this video for people to join the group. And once we hit 100, then it goes back to the full price if you want to join. Okay, so link is below. So also I have How to Manifest Your SP Back and Keep Them for Good course, as well as You Are the Prize, all about your self-concept and love. So if those interest you too, please check my website. Everything is there. Okay, so I want to read this. I'm going to leave everything anonymous so nobody's, personal details are mentioned, but these little things just get me excited. So this person wrote in my group, which is a free group, by the way. So if you're not in there, definitely get in there. This one's called the Self-Concept Community. This person writes, firstly, confession, I drafted the following testimony even before the event took place. Here's the testimony. I've manifested my SP. Yay, it's done. I've been focusing on my self-concept, and occasionally I would affirm I am dazzling and magnetizing. All men are putty in my hands. Oh my, the magnitude of the power of that affirmation is just unexplainable. Men are just head over heels for me. And my SP is no exception either. After having me blocked for more than a month in 2 different messaging platforms, here he is, perfectly regretful and apologetic and hoping for a reconciliation. He's back. Y'all, don't give up. Keep believing in yourself. It'll work out just perfectly. Keep persisting. Okay, so that gets me so excited. So this is the thing, a lot of people when they're manifesting SPs, and like I talked about in my other video, not to beat a dead horse, right? But a lot of times people are trying to affirm in this version of themselves that doesn't have what they want and is trying to affirm and check the 3D for movement to make sure it's working, right? And that is a very stressful experience. And listen, sometimes people just have to go through that. Like it just is what the fuck it is until you start understanding more and more of what is this whole game is really about, right? It is really not about, I am affirming to see the change out here. It is, but it isn't. What we're doing instead is I'm just going within and I'm changing the story of them. I'm changing how I view them. They can't conform and they can't come into your reality, this version of them that's loving and wants you, because your story is so focused on the version of them that says otherwise, right? And this whole thing is when we're focusing on self-concept, when we're saying affirmations like this, when we're, affirming specific for a specific person, what you're doing is you're changing your inner world. You're changing your viewpoints inside your mind. You're changing your focus of where your thoughts are dominantly going throughout the day to a whole different story, which is a whole new reality. And you keep focusing on that and putting your attention and your awareness internally in your mind. And the more you do that, out here is always reflecting. It's always reflecting, has to keep mirroring it back. So It's understanding that you're actually conforming how you see this person, and you're actually conforming how you see yourself, i.e. self-concept. Remember, self-concept is how you see yourself in relation to what you want to manifest. And then you're conforming your story internally. All the work is done within. And then when you do that, everyone has no choice out here but to conform to that story. So this is what we're doing. So when you find yourself in that state where you're super anxious and you're just trying to hurry up and force something to happen, or you're checking the 3D, or you're wanting to go and manipulate the timeline and try to force your person to do something in the 3D, then take a deep breath, because you know you're not on the fucking path you want to be on. That's not going to get you your solution. That's you still believing you have a problem and you're trying to figure out the how and create the how. So if you want to focus on a how, go in your brain and affirm the story you want. I mean, that's really the closest you're going to get to manifesting the how of something, is saying, this is what I want to experience, right? And then out here is going to conform, and it's going to match this new story somehow, some way. This is law of assumption. This is how this game works. No one to change but self. Go within, focus on the new version. You're changing in here, because when you keep changing in here, out here has to match. So the more you change within, I know I'm pointing to my chest, but I mean my brain, right? The more you change in here, then out here is going to follow. So the whole key is to go within, to go within, to go within, to go within, and really train yourself of where your power is. And the fun part is this: you get to this point, the more you do this, you get to this point where you just know. You know, I talk about assume it into being. Like, that's where you want to get, where you're just like, oh yeah, they're coming back, not even fucking worried. And they're going to come back giving me everything that I want. And I don't have to do anything except, when I do think of them, affirm that story and get excited. And then boom, go into your self-concept and then live your best fucking life. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So I know it's easier said than done, but this is the way I want you to start thinking, because this really is the process of how easy it is. It's just we get in our own way because we're so used to being mentally and emotionally invested in the old story of us and the old story of them and that old reality. So it feels like it's work to break the habit of feeling, being, and thinking from that space, right? And move you into, no, what do I want instead? What's happening now? And then when you have the anger and the frustration with them, this is where you do the forgiveness thing. You know, when you think of them, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, until you start feeling that peace within. Because remember, your inner thinking, thoughts, and feelings, beliefs, assumptions in your mind is what conform, this out here, outside of you, is conforming to match that, right? That's what it is. So, you know, when they say you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Well, we talk about how do you get to being the version of you that has what they want, right? Well, you stick to the fucking story in your mind. You stick to the story that says, I already have it. It's done. Here, look, here's the evidence in my mind. Here's already what's transpired between us. We're already back together. He already apologized. We're head over heels in love with each other. We're this, we're that. It's already done. I got this. And really just kind of sticking to that story, reminding yourself, I got this. No way, no how. So when you do doubt, just remind yourself, the only option I have is to either focus on a story that's favorable for me, about me getting what I want, or a story that says I don't get what I want. So which one do you want? Stick to the script, stick to the script, stick to the script. All right. So I just wanted to share that story. It's so fun. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye.